for how long? 70 years. This lovely chap, Mr. Potato Head, was incredibly popular. One of the most successful brands in the world.
Yep.
Of course, the wokies had to strike.
Oh.
And somebody somewhere pointed out that he's a mister. And we can't have a mister, can we? We can't have a mister. They have to go. Mister is toxic masculinity. And it was bad for somebody's mental health somewhere to have Mr. Potato Head.
You are making this story up. We still have Mr. Potato Head.
Hasbro,
as you can see from the fact we have a Mr. Potato Head.
It's the brand name has changed from Mr. Potato Head to Potato Head, and Hasbro is making sure all feel welcome in the Potato Head world by officially dropping the Mr. from the Mr. Potato Head brand name and logo to promote gender equality and inclusion, Hasbro said of their name change. I think this is one of these now. The world's gone nuts. Yeah. Why would you do that, Hasbro? Who was out there going, you know what this is? A symbol of toxic masculinity. There's no equality. There's no inclusion. How dare he be Mr. This came out at the same time. I think the Wonder Woman sequel was being released. Sorry, how does that work? How can we have a Wonder Woman but no Mr. Potato Head?
Piers.
Why isn't Wonder Woman made more gender inclusive?
They are not getting rid of...
Do not call it Wonder Person.
Don't let your fragile masculinity
I'll let you have Potato Head. But
they are still having Mr. Potato Head.
Nobody ever campaigns to have Wonder Woman airbrushed, do they? No one ever says Wonder Woman's got to go. Because men don't complain about these things. It's women that complain about these things. Feminists who want to have Mr. Potato Head expunged because he is sexist. Because... he is, isn't he? Look at him. He's a potato.
Piers. They're not getting rid of Mr. Potato Head.
They are
simply rebranding the whole brand, Potato Head.
Yeah,
you will still be able to buy a Mr. Potato Head. And you are still able to buy a Mrs. Potato Head.
We are officially dropping the Mr. from the Mr. Potato Head brand name to promote gender equality and inclusion.
Look, you see, now you can create your own Potato Head family. And you could have a Mrs. and Mrs. Potato Head.
You had the families before.
Yeah. Not all families are a Mr. and a Mrs., are they?
Mr. Potato. Like Superman was called Superman. Would that be allowed these days? Of course it wouldn't. Superman would have to be Superperson or super gender fluid. And if you think this isn't going to happen, these are massive companies making these decisions to appease the wokies. And does it matter in the general scheme of things? Not really. Is it symbolic, actually, of this rapidly encroaching abandonment?
War.
It's an abandonment of gender terminology. We just had to have a scene in Parliament last week where they had to battle for the right to call people who have babies mothers. They'd have been expunged. They weren't allowed to. You couldn't be called a mother anymore. Think about that in this country. You can't be called a mother because it's sexist against people who may not be identifying as mothers. It's utterly ridiculous.
Except they're not getting rid of Mr. Potato Head.
Well, they are.
No,
they are. The brand name is now Potato Head.
Yes, which encompasses
and you don't think it matters. But let me tell you, if he'd been
family.
called Mrs. Potato Head, do you think anyone would have complained and would have been changing brand names? I don't think so.
Mrs. Potato Head is staying. Mrs. Potato Head.
If the brand name was Mrs. Potato Head, would this have happened? No. It wouldn't. No, it wouldn't have happened. Nobody would have raised a scintilla of concern.
Why?
Because it's a woman, so therefore it's untouchable.
You just said that the whole debate last week in Parliament was about expunging the word mother.
Yes.
Which is a woman.
I'm just saying to you, it doesn't work the other way.
Right.
It doesn't work the other way.
So you've just shown two different ways
in
which it works.
I haven't. I think mothers should be called mothers, and I think Mr. Potato Head should be called Mr. Potato Head.
OK.
And I don't think we should be waging campaigns to get rid of gender terminology.
OK.
Because why are we doing it? Why can't we be Mr? I want to be a Mr, thanks.
Yeah, you can be a Mr.
I don't want you telling me I can't be Mr.
Still buy a Mr.
And I want to buy
Head.
Mr. Potato Head.
You're literally rowing with yourself in an empty room.
I'm not.
Just for the sake of having a row.